You're widely considered the number one, I think, independent financial advisor in the country. And so when you started to become curious about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and these technologies, and then eventually what I would categorize as kind of a rational proponent for these technologies, it caught my eye. I would say, oh, wow, like that's a very, very big deal that Rick Edelman is now interested in this stuff. Where are you in kind of that enthusiasm for these technologies, and how do you think about Bitcoin or other assets within just the average American's financial portfolio today?
Well, I've been, as you know, Pomp, been focusing on what's next, what's coming, where are we headed throughout my entire career. I'm regarded as a futurist in the financial industry. And my last book, The Truth About Your Future, was all focused on exponential technologies, AI, robotics, 3D printing, big data, nanotech, biotech, bioinformatics. Where are all these technologies taking us? What are the investment opportunities, and how are they going to impact our lives, careers, college planning, housing, marriage, estate planning, and so on? And that's why I wrote that book back in 2017, and most of its predictions have now come true. It included a prediction about the pandemic, that we would have one by 2020. And so we have to recognize that this is all changing rapidly because of technological innovation. And now a big key element of that is blockchain and digital assets, which has caused me to write my new book, The Truth About Crypto. You begin with The Truth About Your Future, which mentioned crypto, and now an entire book, The Truth About Crypto, which just came out last week and debuted at #1 at Amazon. I'm really excited about how well it's being received. We have to recognize that this is the first new asset class, as you know, in 170 years. The last time we had a new asset class was the discovery of oil in the 1850s. And look how incredibly impactful oil has been on the globe. Prior to oil, we were using whale oil to light our candles. Look at us today. And that's where we are now with the innovation of blockchain and digital assets. This is a huge deal. It's going to be the biggest source of wealth generation over the next 20 years than any other asset class, probably more impactful than any other asset class in history, and in a truncated period. Won't take 100 years to have an impact like oil did. It's going to have an incredible impact within a decade, already has. And this next 8 years are going to be amazing. So I finally felt compelled that if I want to help investors, I want to help consumers around the country improve their ability to achieve financial security and pay their way for kids into college, buying a home, caring for aging parents. The most impactful way that I can help you do this is by helping you understand crypto, to the point where I have walked away from Edelman Financial, the company that my wife and I built over the last 40 years to, as you noted, the largest investment advisory firm in the country with $300 billion in assets under management. I walked away from it because I can be more impactful to you. I can help you better by teaching you about crypto than any other single thing I might be able to do.
In the book, you talk about basically four major breakthrough inventions: fire, the wheel, the internet, and then eventually the blockchain technology that solved the double spend problem. I want to start obviously just with the gravity of that framework, right? Fire, the wheel, things that people just take for granted today. You put this technology there. Walk me through a little bit as to why you believe it's that important.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit people upside the head to get your attention and to make you realize, just pay attention. This is a big deal. I mean, to suggest that blockchain is on the same level as the wheel, I mean, it's a Barney Fife moment. You got to be kidding me. And that's really the point that I'm trying to make, is that just as the wheel changed everything, our discovery of fire changed everything, the invention of the airplane, the invention of the phonograph, and the you name it, just the incredible inventions, the assembly line that Henry Ford invented. These things changed everything, and that's what blockchain technology is doing. We all know how incredibly impactful the internet was, the ability for us to transmit our words to somebody else instantly and for free, via an email, our ability to connect with friends online via Facebook. That was the original internet, the connection of people. Well, then we have the Internet of Things. My phone talks to my car. Now we have the Internet of Money, the ability to move money around the world as easily as we send a text. doing it as cheaply, as safely, as securely, and as transparently. This is huge for global commerce because businesses are always trying to figure out how can I move faster, safer, and cheaper. And that's what blockchain technology is all about. And if you think this isn't going to be a huge deal, you're not paying attention. I'll give you one illustration. I mean, we all heard the statistics, which you know that 90% of the world's banks are developing blockchain technology. My favorite data point is this. Last year, Bank of America, all by itself, filed 161 patent applications. How can you, I didn't even know there were that many things to invent in this field, first of all. That's just one bank, 1 year. VCs are putting about a third of all their money into blockchain technology. You can't spend $100 billion over a 5-year period and end up with nothing to show for it. The incredible impact is going to be huge. And the sooner people learn about this and understand why this is a big deal for business and how it's going to be impactful and the investment opportunities that are available, the sooner people figure that out, the more wealth they're going to be able to create. Look, Bitcoin's already $30,000. Look at how much you've already missed. How much more of it are you going to miss before you finally say, I need to add it to my portfolio?